अस्सलाम वालेकुम गाइस, कैसे हैं आप? उम्मीद करते हैं आप सब खैरियत से होंगे, खुश होंगे और हमारी दुआ है कि हमेशा खुश रहें, हंसते और मुस्कुराते रहें। मेरा नाम है रहमान अनवर
और मैं हूं
इकबाल। और आज हम जिस वीडियो पर रिएक्ट करने जा रहे हैं, इस वीडियो का टाइटल है आई बॉट द चीपेस्ट टैग इन इंडिया। तो देखते हैं वीडियो। अगर वीडियो पसंद आए वीडियो को लाइक, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब जरूर कीजिएगा। तो देखते हैं।
I'm in India and we're about to buy the wackiest Indian tech that I can get my hands on. Then we're going to test it. We're going to find out just how cheap we can get tech, but also how great Indian tech can be if you have the money to spend. With this guy.
चलिए शुरू करते हैं. We are right now in Asia's biggest computer market. It's a hub for all the gadget lovers.
Now, one thing I didn't anticipate is the sheer number of Indian fans who are just as keen to see what we find. But look at this crowd. This is crazy. And with this army, it's time to shop one. Let's say how cheap we can get a speaker. Boat was the one you were telling me about, isn't it? The speaker.
Yeah.
We're trying to establish if this is a real or a fake. So this is $16 basically. That seems like a very high quality speaker for that price.
Party speaker.
Party speaker. We have AirPods Pro 2 here.
Yeah.
That's upside down, so that's not real.
Come on.
To look at this Chromecast over here, that's not a real Chromecast.
अच्छा, सारी चीजें लेंगे इकट्ठी करें.
You do have a radar for this kind of stuff.
No idea.
That's perfect. This place is absolutely mind-blowing. It's an Apple Watch Ultra. Apple Watch Ultra. Look at the authenticity of the fake. It's even got real Apple-style screws. So the fakes have got better.
Yeah.
Right now, at this moment, there are about 100 people outside the store.
This is the one. Apple won't give you more than a single strap for free, and that too is a very basic one.
Right.
Here you're getting 7 straps.
7 straps. Meanwhile, in India,
As of now, it's $25. Let's see how low we can go.
so I think we should try that power bank over there. It looks like a knockoff version of one we had. Another thing you notice they do a lot here is they unbox everything live right in front of you, so you can tell that it actually is what you think it is.
It has a built-in torch as well, if I'm not wrong.
It's pretty interesting. This one store has every single
And also the repairing at the back.
and the repairing of the bag, which is like an 8-meter length. Have some very authentic looking Apple cases in the corner. So a normal Apple case would cost you $50.
So 500 pound worth of stash.
Oh my god. Look at this. Look at that. It's got all the hallmarks of Apple. It's got the Apple font. It's got almost like a fake peel sticker, but it isn't Apple. Be very curious how cheap we can get this. $1.50. That's how cheap. They've got a dual wireless microphone twister. Price shop at home. A price is a price.
Yeah.
When a company tells you, it's not the case here.
No, so sometimes it is, to be honest, but not every week.
$99 for everything we bought in this shop. So Gaurav is saying it's twice the price it should be. He's trying to get it halved.
Yeah.
$99 की चीजें ली.
We're just getting started.
Mission accomplished. Part 1. Part 2 is here.
Street market time. So this is where we get the real bargains. Kitna? So you imagine anything? $3 for this. Gucci.
Interesting thing.
Louis Vuitton. Adidas. North Face.
So now it's on different phones, but sometimes you'd have a single case with all the logos on one case. I've seen that as well.
That's how it's called profit maximization.
Yeah.
That's how you pay.
Yeah. That's it. Everyone's using a smartphone. Everyone has good speeds of data. Everyone has a digital bank account, and that's how their life is. So India right now does the most amounts of digital transactions globally.
That's crazy. Back home, you don't see cases for anything but the iPhone and Samsungs. You see a Vivo. I assume that's like a Realme. There's an Oppo.
Oh, Realme.
Yeah, everything. You can actually buy in India fake Casetify cases. It's like a rip-off of a rip-off. You want to see like how good a speaker can sound that costs like a couple of dollars. I just realized, look, they've got a Series 9 watch.
Yeah.
They've got a gesture. The gestures barely work on the real one.
Started days 2.
2000. Yeah, that's pretty good. We'll do that. So this one QR code allows anyone to pay anytime with their phone.
It has a speaker. It will confirm the payment so that he knows that I have paid.
Right.
That is such a good system. India. I want to see what else we can get at this market. A lot of clothing. So how much would something like this be? Kitna? $3.50. $250 maybe though.
That is okay.
Nike shoes. $3.
$3.
So at this point, we've got a handful of gadgets and one suspiciously affordable pair of trainers. But I also want to make sure that while we're here, we pick up some of the higher ticket items. Okay, so yeah, that too. And then maybe also the projector. Spy cameras are a big thing here.
Yeah.
What is where even? This is a apparently handheld gaming console, but it's $10. But this seems even better. The M8 Pro.
A smart box that you attach to a dumb TV.
And it's 10K Ultra HD.
10K Ultra.
10K.
Never heard of it.
You guarantee 10K.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Turns out the 10K is actually referring to the number of games, but They knew what they were doing here.
Arun, surprise for you.
Yeah?
Something that very rare to see now. Come, I'll show you. Straight away.
It's like Gaura's favourite phone shop ever.
Will become yours favorite as well. Have a look at this.
Oh my goodness me. Engage. No way.
Wow.
What is this?
पुराने model
What am I looking at?
A call recorder for the iPhone. This is very interesting.
That is absolutely
Call
brilliant.
recorder.
Yeah, yeah.
Just like a small MagSafe power bank. No software, any call here.
Oh my goodness me. What is that?
Yeah,
So what do
ये
they do?
क्या?
Are they like indicators?
It can show you like these alien eyes.
अच्छा,
over
back
there,
है
and
पीछे.
Then the app, you have all the combinations here.
I've seen a motorbike now. Roti maker, made with pride in
Roti
India.
maker.
That's brilliant.
Make the dough, put a small amount in between, press it up, we're gonna spread it, cook it at the right temperatures and give you this as an output.
I just need to learn how to make a dough. My mum will be so proud. This is what we came here for. That was cool. But we can't forget about the Indian high street stores. We found the official Samsung store of
So it's
the
a
place.
smart cafe, it's like a mini store for the experience.
What would be really cool to get is India exclusive phones. What's the most impressive?
M34 is the hot selling right now.
So this is an India exclusive phone, Samsung M34. We'll get an M34.
This is a multi-brand outlet from, let's say, Samsung to Xiaomi to Oppo to OnePlus to Realme.
What would be the most iconic like Indian phone?
Lava.
Lava. That's a good idea. Turns out, not a single shop seems to sell this Indian-made Lava phone. It's exclusively online to be able to make it as affordable as it can be. There must be some string we can pull.
So I'll get you a Lava because it's actually like Super AMOLED curved screen. Let me pull that string.
And a sub to the channel would be...
Mazedar.
Majidar. That was
Majidar.
absolutely crazy.
So time to
Oh,
raise
भाई
the
ने
bar.
बड़ा
How
shopper
about
बार लिया.
we use an app to shop? We can actually shop smartphones, not delivered to you like in a week's time, but in fact under 10 minutes. It's called Blinkit. Before you blink it, you have it.
Oh my goodness me. That basically sounds like a superpower. An app that allows you to
अच्छा,
order
online
basically anything
खरीदेंगे.
you want to wherever you are in minutes. I think we have to test it. Let's get some tech.
Earphones coming to you in 8 minutes, Arun.
What?
We don't even have an address right now. They're called the Air Dopes. Of course they are. You can get a foot massager.
You can get an actual massage delivered to you. For services, we have urban companies. Like, let's say you want a haircut in the next 2 hours. You can book that.
So as well as the Blinkit app, which is all about getting products to you quickly, this urban company app covers your services. You know, this is one of the coolest things about India. Because development has happened later here than many other countries, most of the population's first computer was actually a smartphone, which means that everything here can run based on apps that factor in that the entire population is using a single platform. It's incredibly streamlined. So they can, repair your house.
They can even repair your car.
Let's just do it then. I'll book myself a shoulder massage for when we're unboxing these products.
It's definitely need that.
छीम ओके ओ छीम साइकिल ओ यार आगे भाई आगे
Past and future.
Your food massage.
Honestly, what on earth? All thanks to this beautiful little bit of kit
I
here.
think the best shopping experience, you know?
Yeah, because you don't even need
6
to
मिनट के अंदर बंदा पहुंच गया.
It's testing time, so let's go roughly from least
क्या
expensive to
कमाल
most
की
expensive.
Test करेंगे.
And also, Technical Guruji gifted me this. He said it's a folding iPhone, so we'll get to that when we test the rest of the phones. But let's start with the accessories.
ये
So
सही
our
मिला भाई को.
$1.50 official iPhone case and the
सिर्फ
$3.50 official Nike shoes.
$3.
So, case and shoe. And I gotta say, pretty impressive case. You can see the seam a little bit more than on an official Apple
कमाल
case,
की
but it
चीज़ बनी
feels
हुई
really
है.
soft. It has that same rigidity that the real Apple silicone cases do. It has the felt interior and even the engraving. I mean, yeah, it might get a little roughed up over time, but then again, this is what our official Apple case looks like after a couple of
ये
months. So I'm
same
gonna
ही
say
है.
straight 9 out of 10. The shoes are...
हमारे यहाँ इधर भाई 4-5 हज़ार का असल
definitely
मिलता है
too small. I think I'm really wanting to make a sale.
Quality
They just
वाला.
told me that the shoes will work for me,
कमाल के
which I've come
shoes
to
हैं
realize does not mean they are your size. But apart from that, the quality and the finish is well beyond what I was expecting. Like even if you took off the fake Nike logo, you still can't get shoes that look like this in the UK or US for less than $4. Why are they comfortable? These should not be comfortable, but
वो लंडे वाले 300 दे ले
honestly,
आगे
I feel like you could just get a decent pair of insoles, slap them in, tell your friends you spent 20 times as much on your shoes as you actually did.
$6 के मिलते हैं $6 के मिलते हैं.
And while we're on the accessorizing train, I did find this call recorder thing
Call recorder.
absolutely fascinating. So you might know that iPhones have no inbuilt ability to record a phone call. I guess Apple sees it as a privacy risk. India does not seem as concerned. So let's say I'm having a private phone call now, or at least what Drisha thinks is a private phone call. Hello, what is your deepest, darkest secret? He didn't. So obviously this thing records my voice because I'm speaking directly into it, but for it to record the other person's voice, even if your phone is not on loudspeaker, it takes in the vibrations that their voice creates in your phone and uses a level of processing that reconverts those vibrations back into a voice that you can play out loud. Let's see if it worked. It says the file was recorded on the 1st of January 1970. What is your deepest, darkest secret?
One person, because we should start. Pick up the phone there.
You had no idea I was recording. Impressive. Like, it's not the clearest sound I've ever heard.
Yeah,
it's converting audio that you
अच्छा.
wouldn't otherwise even be able to hear. That's actually alarmingly good. Especially since it was done through this $1.50 iPhone case, which no doubt did not help the connection. That's an 8. Let's just hope Milo doesn't catch wind of that conversation. India is really impressing me so far, but audio is probably where we're going to get the clearest idea of just how the value for money stacks up, because we have a lot of reference points. So this is basically the absolute cheapest Bluetooth speaker I've ever laid my hands on.
Welcome to Earphones support.
This video volume's not going to be an issue. Okay, that's a lot better than I was expecting it to be. It's a little bit muffled, but very loud and very functional. You know, like when a friend says to you, can you bring a Bluetooth speaker with you to the park so we can have a big barbecue or a dance? This very much does that. And because it's $7, you can have that without the possessiveness that comes with a product you might have spent $100 on. So I am in fan. It's even got rubber feet at the bottom and it's well connected. You've got aux input, you've got USB, you've got SD card, and of course Bluetooth. I would go as far as to say that for what it is, this is a 9.5.
Oh.
Now on to what should be an even more impressive audio experience. It's
online
AirDobes. Yeah, you're definitely losing yourself at least half a point for calling yourself the AirDobes. But more importantly, this doesn't feel good. Like the colours look really muted, the logo is off centre, the hinge is a little loose, the actual construction too.
quality
And then to finish it off, I have noticed this on a few products out here, is that it comes out of the box with scuffs. Maybe the factories here, they aren't as careful as they should be. Or maybe the packaging wasn't secure enough, so during transit it's constantly getting scraped by the cable that also comes in the box. Whatever the reason, it just feels like I bought a pre-owned product. Now, of course, making, packing and shipping a pair of true wireless earphones for $10 in total, that is a really tall order, and you feel that stretch here. But if they work well and they sound good, I'll still be impressed. Okay, so opening them up does auto-pair to your phone. Good start. What? The sound is in complete contrast to the rest of the construction. It's crisp, it's clear. It's no DVLA, but I've also used plenty of $30, $50 earphones that don't sound as good as this, which is enough, I would say, to give them a 7. At the same time, though, for every person who buys a pair of AirDobes, there's also going to be someone who really wants to feel like they have the real thing. And that is what this is for. I mean, the packaging is not the most convincing. It's very much giving off an we have Apple at home kind of vibe, but the hardware is shockingly realistic for the price. Why does it sound like I just walked into a convenience store? Oh, okay. It pairs up in the exact same way as real AirPods. It actually comes up as AirPods Pro 2. And so far, I am blown away by this. Because remember, it's much harder to make a good pair of fake earphones than it is to just make the best pair of earphones you can for the money. Because you're building around an existing set of constraints. Those fit, I want to say, better than my real ones. They don't have any active noise cancellation, so we have been lied to, but, you know, the passive noise cancellation, because of how well they fit, a lot better than you would expect for $15. They even have the official Apple connection sound. I see where the compromise is. So, do you remember when Beats by Dre first became really popular, and actual audiophiles were very upset because while they claimed to be the real way to listen to music, they were actually just smacking people around the face with bass? Yeah, so this is kind of like that, but times 5, and at the complete cost of the rest of the sound. There is definitely a type of person for whom that would be considered good sound, but universally speaking, that does kind of kill it for me. So instead of giving these something like a 9 out of 10, I'm going to settle on a 7. What's kind of crazy to me though is that because the baseline products here in India are so cheap, it creates the space for actually good quality mid-range products for still less than $20, like this one from Boat. I say good quality with almost no catch. This feels really weighty, high-end, not actually dissimilar from those jawbone speakers that used to be really popular, and $100 plus.
Ui, $100 plus.
I think this is our massage.
JB
Hi, Yarko Subban? Thank you. Oh my goodness, there's actually a perfect time to get some relaxing.
वो मसाज वाला आ गया जिसको मैं से गया मंगवाया ऑनलाइन.
That sounds good. Like a definite step up from the soundbar speaker we tested earlier, and also it's got to a level where it's a very comfortable base level audio experience where nothing feels particularly missing, but also no one part of the music is overpowering the other. The only two catches I would say are that one, while it does look like a 360-degree speaker, the sound does in fact only come out of one way, and also I can see a tiny bit of paint having been scraped off, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is just because the shopkeepers are so liberal with taking it out of the box and demoing every single person they show it to. It's getting places that no massage I've had back home has gotten. But overall, you just don't get value like this in a typical British or American store. 8 out of 10. One trend I have noticed while I was shopping in India, more so than anywhere else in the world, is people love their all-in-one products. They want to buy a speaker, for example, but they also want that speaker to be their one-stop shop for all their tech needs. And this karaoke mic is a pretty good example. So for starters, it's a wireless karaoke mic that you can sing into. But it's also a voice recorder, a voice changer, and nightlight. And it's all topped off with a 10-watt speaker that's not just how your voice is projected out, but also how you hear the music that you're karaokeing to. Oh, and you can also choose whether you want to use the headphone jack or Bluetooth or even the radio as an input. That's interesting, just jamming along to whatever tunes are on the radio. That's quite a lot of stuff for what we negotiated down to $30. So the only copyright-free song I can actually sing along to is Happy Birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. It's right here. It's one of the weirdest videos we have ever filmed.
यार ये तो चास है.
Happy birthday to you. Oh, but also, this supposedly has the option to, in real time, be able to use artificial intelligence to strip the actual vocals from the song you're listening to so that you can just have the instrumental in the background. Let's try it. Happy birthday to you. So this is the original song. Happy
Voice transfer.
Oh my god. That is an actually insane feature to have on a karaoke mic. I'm going to go as far as to say 10 out of 10.
Oh.
As well. Thank you so much. The final audio product then, and the one I would actually say I'm most intrigued by, is this set of Digitech wireless microphones. Now I do realise that a microphone review doesn't sound like a party to most people, but as a creator, I use something exactly like this all the time. You see this thing? This is the DJI Mic 2. It comes in a charging case, like these Digitechs. It has 2 microphones, like the Digitech, so you can stick one in a friend you're collabing with or interviewing, except this is $350. It is 10 times the price of the Digitech.
What, $30?
So, you've been hearing this whole video what the audio sounds like on the DJI mic. This is what it sounds like on the Digitech. There's a difference, there is definitely a difference, but it's probably not as big as you'd expect it to be. Now, of course, yeah, the DJI does also have bigger batteries and some nice quality of life improvements, like a vibration motor to let you know that it's recording. But then again, with this kind of price gap, it is really cool to see how this company has still made it work, how they've managed to cram all of those essential features into a package that does still do the same job. And even though I'm sure DJI could make something like this, a simpler version of their existing microphones for like $70 that retain the same audio quality but lose a lot of the additional extra features, of course, they choose not to. Because when something like this exists, it's of course going to cannibalize a lot of sales from something like this. That kind of dilemma does not really exist in India, which is quite freeing. 8 out of 10. This one's fun. I want to make this situation to be honest, where wherever we go to the country to make one of these buying tech videos, we want these that helps us make a local food.
ये परदेसी भाई के लिए बहुत गिफ्ट है मेरा.
India, we're doing
सऊदीया में
rotis.
रोटी बनाते.
Now I just need to get the stuff to make the dough. Oh, Blinkit. I can't describe to you how awesome this service is. It makes the UK look backwards. So, while that stuff
ये
arrives,
तो मजाक बनाया हुआ है.
7 मिनट में भाई आ जाएगा.
It's actually got the hand doing the gesture on the box, which is one of the headline features of the real Series 9. But I'm just thinking, the sophistication required for a watch to be able to pick up your hand gestures, surely this $15 fake isn't going to do that. Impressively realistic presentation though. Holy cow. I mean, yeah, the box was impressive, but I thought the second I turn this thing on, I'm just going to burst into a laugh, but I'm kind of in shock right now. So bearing in mind that this is a $15 watch, by the way, it comes with not one, but 2 sets of straps. And these straps are, I'm not even exaggerating when I say, indistinguishable. I cannot tell the difference in quality between this and the real Apple strap. It feels exactly the same plush feel, the same stitching quality. It's embarrassing for Apple, to be honest. You know what, just for the lols, let's swap out Apple's real one for this one. This is going to be my new strap. So that one slides out, and the new one slips in. It's even locked in place using the exact same mechanism. And tighten. That is actually such a joke. But it's not just that. This body is actually made of metal and glass. And you see this crown? It cycles through all the iconic official Apple Watch faces. Some do look a bit rough, admittedly. But what's shocking me the most is the quality of the screen. I don't know how, but it genuinely looks like an OLED display with this level of contrast. And because of it, it achieves the exact same screen melting over the sides look as the real one. Oh yeah, and it even charges wirelessly and magnetically and comes with the charger to be able to do that. You know, there's a saying when you're out here in India, a saying that means to make existing things work at all costs or to make new things but with limited resources. It's called jugaad. And I just feel like we're seeing it through and through with so many of these products we're testing. A real scrappiness, and then also to sell it at whatever price you have to. Oh, and then to top the whole thing off, fake Apple rings to track your fake steps? Oh, I got no idea. So here's the plan. Real Apple Watch, fake Apple Watch. I'm going to do 100 steps and we'll see which one's step counter is more accurate. Let's go. 100. Okay, so the real watch is calculated that as 112, which is surprisingly not accurate. The fake has calculated it as 35. Right. So don't use it as a fix. As a surprisingly realistic lookalike to a real Apple Watch that does tell the right time, 9 out of 10. Oh, and then if the $15 Apple Watch Series 9 wasn't already ridiculous, how about the $18 Apple Watch Ultra, which, forget 1 band or 2 bands, comes with 7. 7 bands. If you were to shop on the official Apple Store, that would cost you like $150. We have effectively paid less than 5. It looks like the watch is running the same software as the Series 9, but with new sets of watch faces, and I'm still taking in how they basically recreated every single app that comes with an Apple Watch, down to their own versions of the workout regimens and breathing exercises. Wait, no. It's even got a blood oxygen app. You know, the whole blood oxygen thing that Apple themselves were blocked from using because of that lawsuit from the company who said they copied their tech? This has the blood oxygen app. So if we enter the app, it's actually flashing at the bottom. Surely not. I know how we can know for sure. Let's try running the test while it's on a table. So running. Oh, never mind. It's still a very good value product for someone who just wants a watch. Oh, and a strap for every single outfit. In a slightly different way, spy watch. It became pretty clear to me when I was shopping that spy cameras in general are a big thing. It's very interesting how they work. Because look at this watch. If you didn't know what it was, then unless you were Inspector Clouseau in another life, there's no way you would just assume it was anything but a watch. It tells the time like normal, it's got chunky metal construction. But I've been using it to secretly record this entire conversation. And for me, actually, the most surprising part of it is how decent the quality is. Like 1080p video, the audio, considering how tiny the video camera and the microphone are, very usable. There's actually one more thing to this. If you look closely, you'll be able to see 3 LEDs in a triangle around this watch face.
उसके अंदर कैमरे लगे हैं, वो अभी उस पर ही रिकॉर्ड की है ना.
You can see in all lighting conditions, even in pitch black. Let's see how that turned out. Oh, and you know how they've hidden the USB port? So if you keep rotating the crown on one side, it comes out to reveal it. It's such a tight fit, it's almost like a feat of engineering. Slightly way of bringing you ready for battle with me.
ये उस watch
पर
कर रहे हैं.
In a particularly dark room right now, I can barely see anything. So you need credit. Wow, that is cool. I can see this being a part of a proper surveillance arsenal. So, roti ingredients are all here. So, a traditional just 2 ingredients, flour and water. So, you just form a mound of flour, pour a little bit of water on, get your hands dirty. Bash them together with your hands and you get your dough. And as soon as you have your little dough ball, if you want to, you can put a little bit of oil on there. This is what my mum does. I asked her. Moment of truth. Open it. Oh, can we just close my problems? Yay! It's a dark-looking roti. And so one classic thing that happens when you cook rotis is they puff up as air starts to enter on the inside. Pretty impressively non-stick surface. Then, what takes this from practical to treat is ghee, which is essentially heated and clarified butter. God, look at this. I may have put a little too much on there. Let's load you up. Good-looking bit of roti. It's a little bit crispy on the outside, soft, chewy on the inside, but very buttery all around. I can actually eat a lot of that. Give me like 5 minutes. Now, just before we get to the phones, which is definitely the thing I'm most curious about, given that India has its own entire mobile subclimate.
ओए यार क्या यार भाई तो अपना आगे गुजर गया.
बिल्कुल यार, इसमें कोई शक नहीं है एक इंडिया से प्रोडक्ट लेना एक टैग को लेकर, क्योंकि बाकी ओवरऑल आप देख लें कहीं से भी बहुत ज़्यादा एक हमें महंगे मिलते हैं एक आम से आम प्रोडक्ट भी लेना हो चाहे जो भी हो, लेकिन वहाँ पर उन्होंने लिए यार कोई $3 का, कोई $10 का, कोई $5 का, लेकिन जब आकर उन्होंने ट्राई किया है ना यार एक बेहतरीन है. और सबसे चीज़ अच्छी ये लगी है कि एक लोकल शॉप्स पर गए और ऊपर से साथ वो सर भी थे जो यूट्यूब पर गुरुजी थे यार, वो भी एक अच्छी एक वीडियोस बनाते हैं ना, इनके साथ मिलकर एक आए थे.
नहीं वाकई वो भी उन्होंने भी काफ़ी एक हेल्प की है गोरे की, लेकिन जो जहाँ हम हैरान होते थे ना पाकिस्तानी, ये गोरे भी हैरान होते हैं क्योंकि ये भी मतलब कि जो इनके हिसाब से चीज़ें हैं ना उधर एक अमेरिका में या डॉलर के हिसाब से ये लेते हैं चीज़ें, तो जब ये इधर इंडिया में आते हैं ना वही चीज़ इनको जो एक $60 $50 की उधर है ना वो इनको मिल जाती है $3 की. हाँ. $3-2 मैक्सिमम, इससे ऊपर मतलब के नहीं जा सकते आप जो भी हो जाए. तो वो देखकर काफी भाई गोरा भी हैरान हुआ. सेम टू सेम हमारे जैसी फीलिंग इसकी भी है.
नहीं ऐसे ही यार देख लो ना, एक एक चीज़ को उठा के देख लो, और एक तो उसको सस्ती मिली है, और शूज़ के ऊपर आप आए तो भाई वो कमाल के शूज़ थे, और क्योंकि बहुत ज़्यादा ही उसको सस्ते मिले. $3.5 $4 भी मतलब 80 रुपए का वहाँ पे है, तो इतने महंगे तो नहीं है, कुछ भी नहीं है वहाँ पे, लेकिन ये कि उनमें भाई क्वालिटी नज़र आती है. और देख लो कि बाहर रेडी के ऊपर लगे हुए
यार 2 महीने भी लगा जाए बहुत है. हाँ. 2 महीने बंदा पहन ले वो भी काफी
पहन ले ऐसे ही सर्दियों के जो 2
महीने लगा दे पता नहीं क्या बोलना भाई.
2 महीने. हाँ. लेकिन ये कि दूसरी तरफ भाई रोटी वाला सीन देख लें, बाकी
यार वो लेके आए वो स्पीड कितनी
एप्लीकेशन देखें.
हाँ एप्लीकेशन भाई
उन्होंने 3 चीजें मंगवाई हैं. पहले वो मसाज वाली जो उससे हटकर एक उन्होंने मंगवाया जो आकर ये जो इधर भाई उन्होंने मसाज किया उनको या पता नहीं क्या दबा रहे थे, और तीसरा आटा. भाई एकदम से ऐसे चीज़ें पहुंच जाती हैं 5-10 मिनट में, क्योंकि हमने ऑलरेडी किसी भाई ने हमें बताया भी था कि हम कोई भी चीज़ ऑर्डर करते हैं ना, चाहे बोतल भी ऑनलाइन करनी है भाई वो.
लेकिन मजा है जो चाचा साइकिल पे लेके आया ना उसने हर चीज़ का एंड कर दिया के साथ
साइकिल में 5-7 मिनट में उनको पकड़ा दी लिया.
नहीं वो ज्यादातर साथ होती है ना ये इनकी मतलब
जितनी भी साथ है, लेकिन आया तो साइकिल पे है ना. देख लो
ये नजदीक थी साइकिल पर आ गया.
यार दिखाना होता है ना कि हमारी सर्विस साइकिल पे भी इतनी तेज है. हाँ ये चीज दिखानी थी भाई. ये आप देखो
गोरा बहुत हैरान हो रहा है, और भाई एक ट्राई करनी चाहिए.
अच्छा यहाँ पे एक सवाल है कि क्या ये सारी चीजें जो इन्होंने ली हैं क्या ये मेड इन इंडिया है या चाइना से है? मुझे लगता है चाइना से नहीं, क्योंकि चाइना से आप ये चीजें नहीं मंगवाते, इंडिया के अंदर ही ये सारी बनाई जाती हैं. पैकिंग के हवाले से कुछ या जैसे भी है ना, मुझे लगता है कि इधर की
नहीं ज्यादा हो सकती हैं उधर भी आई हो, लेकिन ये का प्रोडक्ट ज्यादा इंडिया के लगते हैं.
नहीं प्रोडक्ट इंडिया के भी लगते हैं, लेकिन चीजें काफी अलग ब्रांड रही थी.
हाँ,
बहुत मतलब कि आप
एयरफोन्स का कवर जो उसने लिया
यार आप वॉच पर आ जाए ना
यार, स्पाई वॉच जो है ना वो देखो जिसमें कैमरा लगा हुआ था.
वो
निकाल भी सकते हैं अपनी वीडियोस वगैरह. यार बेस्ट वीडियो थी, उम्मीद करते हैं आपको भी पसंद आएगी. अगर पसंद आए वीडियो को लाइक, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब जरूर कीजिएगा. मिलते हैं नई वीडियो के साथ, तब तक के लिए गुड बाय, टेक केयर.